Greetings, greetings. Oh, 'tis the season to fall away. Fa la 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 la. Hey, hey everyone. I trust that everyone is. I trust that everything is going just as it is intended for it to go. And I say that because oftentimes we want, to create this false reality of how we want things to go, but in essence, I trust that everything is happening just as it is supposed to, right? And with that being said, you know, we'll often find ourselves in the feeling of feeling as if things are happening to us, but knowing that they are happening for us for our greater good, right? So first and foremost, for anyone who watches, who tunes in, who is able to receive and feel the things that I'm saying, I say thank you to you because no one is obligated to show up for you, right? No one is obligated to hit the like button or anything of that sort. But I do want to say this. I'm grateful for those who do take the time out to hear, to feel the messages that come through from me, to receive, and to actually process what it is that spirit has put on my heart to share. So as a title says, you know, it's the season to let those things fall away and to choose the road less traveled. We always like to. Mm. So my intention was to do like sort of a family message, and what just came to mind was with taking the road less traveled, oftentimes we will find ourselves and wanting to carry out certain traditions or to keep certain things up, but not even taking into account, like, is that really what you want to do outside of the religion that you practice? Like, where did you take the necessary steps to say, is that even for me? Or am I just going to go along to get along because this is what has always been, done within my lineage? So, 'tis the season for those things. Rome has fallen. And what that means is these structures, these systems, like, it's already fallen. But at this point, we're just waiting on the physical to catch up with the spiritual realm, because time operates a whole lot different over there. So in this space that we are in, what needs to be released from you, especially at this time, because we got this full moon in Aries coming up. What needs to be released from you? It's funny because with my scholars, I had my synopsis, my itinerary together over the lesson plans on what it was that I was going to teach on and what to look forward to. But spirit at the last minute said shift. So since we started around the new moon in Libra, we planted seeds of growth. We planted new seeds of ways of being. Like, who is it that we aspire to be? And we wrote letters to ourselves to affirm ourselves. And we created affirmations to affirm that as well, because I feel it's so imperative that since we are in the season of, we are in the season of Rome falling. We're in the season of newness. We're in the season of gearing up the next generation, right? They're in the survival of the fittest. I just heard they're in the Hunger Games, and we are passing a torch. So it's as they are getting ready to go through their rites of passage, like, what are the seeds that we are planting within them? And what are the seeds that they are planting within themselves? So that was the assignment. And I feel that everything is like flowing beautifully. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for, I don't always be obedient. I'm not even going to hold you up. I'm not always the most obedient. But I do. I am grateful for the times that I do because everything is it's aligning. And again, it takes me back to what I said in the beginning. It's not so much as having that mindset of, oh, I should have been done sooner, because everything is happening just as it is supposed to. So I'm grateful for that. So I'm going to pull a affirmation for a badass from this deck to affirm the badass that you are. And I got 2 cards that fell out. Don't try to fit in. You were born to stand out. What did we just say? What is falling away? Oh, Lord, the lights. Don't try to fit in. You were born to stand out. What is falling away? The road less traveled, right? What are you releasing that no longer serves you? Outdated family beliefs, outdated family ties. Like what are we releasing? And this one says, I'm not the listen. I'm not a sunrise. I'm the fucking sun. I'm the fucking sun, son. Okay. Oh, I'm the sun, and we got this full moon in Aries. Stop playing. Like, come on now. So when it taps into the sun, that solar plexus energy, what is lighting your fire? What is igniting you? What is igniting you to propel forward? When you're realizing that you are not the sun and you are not supposed to fit in, how are you moving forward with that? Are you able to see what it is that you need to let go? Are you truly ready to let those things go so you could shine like the sun, right? Because with you trying to fit in, that means you're shrinking yourself, you're dimming your light, and you're fanning your own fire, right? Because you're trying to fit in this space that you are not even supposed to fit into. God did not create you to fit in, and that was ordained since conception. That was known since before conception. And then this card at the bottom said, happiness is a choice, and today I choose to be over the fucking top happy. What are you releasing? What is falling away like the leaves? What are you allowing yourself to walk away from? Or even allowing you to like let it fall on its own? I'm not a sunshine, I'm the fucking sun. I am the sun. I am hot. I am charging ahead. I am confident. I have willpower. I have determination. I have drive. I am going for it. I am doing it. I am thriving. I picked up Archangel Raphael healing cards first. So we'll start with that. When it comes to the family and the ties, right? What is it? I'm going to bring some more fire over here. When it comes to this family, familial energy, right? Because in order to get to your true self, like I get we've been through a lot of stuff with people, but the most challenging obstacles for some of us are the ones that are tied to our family. So at the moment, thank you, Spirit. When it comes to what needs to be released within our lineage, right? What is the healing that needs to be had within the family? What is the healing that needs to be had within the family? Give me one more. What else needs to be healed within the family. The first one says consult a nutritionist. So for anyone who may be experiencing, I know I have, so this is probably for me. I ain't even gonna hold y'all up. It says, Dear Archangel Raphael, I turn my eating over to you and ask you to guide me to foods and beverages that taste good, are fulfilling, and support my ideal health and weight. So if at this moment you are not satisfied with yourself, with the way that you feel, and with everything that is happening within your body, your eating habits, know that you have the power and the ability to change that. Happiness is a choice, and today I choose to be happy. You gonna let the people see it or what? Happiness is a choice. Eating healthy is a choice. Making a decision to change is a choice. To go down that road of the less traveled is a choice. And it says, I choose to be over the top fucking happy. Over the fucking top happy. That's how happy I choose to be. So if it's coming to a point of, I just celebrated my birthday, and I'm gonna just be transparent. So I just celebrated my birthday, and I'm not gonna lie, I was partaking in some foods that I know are not the best for me, right? And I know that now that the birthday is over, it's time to get back to business and get back to my regularly scheduled program. So if you've been feeling that way, if you've been feeling, I'm hearing out of breath, I just took like a deep sigh, like a tired breath. Like if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling beat down, if you're feeling like, damn, this is not it. Now is the time to hand it over. Ask for help. You know, get that discipline, that determination. Remember, as a son, you confident, you got willpower, right? You don't have to fit in. If everybody else want to eat the ribs, the steak, the lobster, you don't got to fit in. You don't got to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? You could be the one to stand out. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, as the son, you got to have that willpower. You got to have that drive. You got to have that determination. You got to have that. You got to have that discipline. You got to have that consistency. You got to surrender to the process. So consult a nutritionist. Look how she holding them fruits, right? Look how she holding on to them fruits. What's this in her hand? Some herbs. Get you some herbal teas. Look how high up she is. If you notice over there, that's like, I'm on the wrong side. That's like the earth. She's high up. She's elevated. I'm getting with the feather. She's light as a feather. You can't be vibing high. I mean, you can, but you cannot be at your optimal speed when you know you're supposed to be eating a certain diet, live it, right? You're supposed to be doing certain things with your exercise and all of that, and you not being true to yourself by giving yourself the things that you need. Put the soda down. I just heard put the soda down. I don't know who the hell drinks soda. Put the soda down. Get you some pineapple juice. Make you some smoothies. Get you some fruit bowls. Chop you up some fruit. Make some fruit bowls. Make some fruit salad. Create your own. And especially if you don't have a garden yourself, at least, do yourself the service of putting that love and care and that tenderness, right, into the things that you are putting into your body. So if you are eating out, it's time to cut back on that. And oftentimes, because I remember I just heard this one time, this guy said, well, if God didn't want me to eat it, why would he make it so good? And we got to realize that we can be very gluttonous people. And if something that is dead, not speaking ill about it because I do it, if something is dead and you have to go through all of this trouble to make it taste good, Organic foods. How both of these coming out? It's talking about nutritionists and organic foods. Like, come on, man. Why you look like the old Michael Jackson a little bit? But anyways, dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting my desire to consume and use organic products. Whomever this is for, stop trying to take the cheap way out. The cheap way out. The convenience is killing us because it's more convenient to spend less money. Because it's more convenient to just get some hot pockets. Because it's more convenient, you know what I'm saying, for me to just use AI. Convenience is killing us. A lot of people like to speak about things being expensive. Or why do organic foods cost more? What is cheap and what is expensive is having a broke and a scarce mindset. That's expensive because it will cost you your life and then some. So consult a nutritionist and organic foods. This is my spot. Organic foods. That's crazy. I'm gonna get one more. I just heard one more. Another one. So when it comes to the family, right? Family bloodline, for those who may be watching, what is it that needs to be healed? Call upon Archangel Raphael for help. Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask for your healing with, describe your situation. Thank you for your divine healing intervention. So, what did I say earlier? Something along the lines of calling and requesting help. Tapping into, oh, I just heard because it is, the veil is extremely thin. Okay, so now is a great time to start chiming in and making a connection with your angels, with your spirit guides, with your everyone, right? Now is a great time to make that connection and to ask. This card, it says yes. I've never pulled this card before, so I had to read. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me trust my feelings as the accurate barometer of truth. So when it came to call upon Archangel Raphael for help, call on your ancestors again, Hoodoo Heritage Month. The veil is extremely thin, right? The veil is extremely thin. Trust. Healing within your family lineage is, could be the inability to listen to spirit when spirit is speaking, right? That could be something that's huge. Your family needs to get into praying mode, meditating mode, seeking. I'm looking at the book and I said, create like a prayer book. Have everybody start writing their stuff down. Describe whatever it is that you need healing with. Take it to your altar. Take it to your altar. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. Woo! It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Doodle, 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 doodle. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. I don't think I could ever give Miss Nina her just due by trying to sing her song, but baby, it's a new dawn, it's a new day. And I'm feeling good. Thank you, Spirit, for all of the divine messages that are coming through. Thank you for the transparency and being able to create the connection and the ability to trust, right? Take what you need, leave the rest. Can I get two more cards, Spirit? Can I get two more cards? Damn, okay. All right, so we have check in. When you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or do you feel heavier? Excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance. It's always helpful. Check in. Check in with yourself. Do a body scan, right? Are the things that you are pondering on, are they even worth you pondering on? Are they worth living in your brain rent free? Right? Does it make you feel exhausted? Does it make you feel light and free? If it is draining you, I think it's time to let it go. Let that shit fall off. It says yes, right? Trust your inner guidance. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me trust my feelings as the accurate barometer of truth. Pay attention to your inner guidance. Do not allow yourself to talk yourself out of what it is that you feel, what it is you know. You are not the sunrise, you are the fucking sun. Okay? Check in with yourself. Allow yourself to really feel from a healed place. So that when these things are coming up, you're not, projecting. You're not being in a space of, in a negative space when it's not calling for that. I used to do this thing and I would call it out, but now it's like, now that I'm aware of my change and my growth, it happens just on a whim, right? So creating time to do self check-ins. I used to do like a quarterly check-in. Now it's like an everyday thing. How are we feeling today? Why are we thinking about that? Why is it there? What else do you need to learn from that? What do you need to release from that? Because essentially, what did this card say? Happiness is a choice. And today I choose to be over the fucking top happy. This is not ignoring what it is that's coming up, but it's also being in a space of checking in with yourself and really honoring those feelings, but knowing that you don't have to carry that shit. The next one says align. You're being asked to align with your current situation, even if it's not easy to do so. Trust that there is much to be learned by being here. Pushing against what is will only make things harder on you. Align, surrender, trust. I said that earlier. If you've been feeling a little shaken up, it's okay. Everybody's kind of going through a shaken up process. Everybody's scales are a little off balance, but it's about aligning, right? You're asked to align. You got to align with those healthy foods, right? You have to align by calling out for help. You have to align by honoring the fact that you got to check in and some shit it's not feeling too good, right? Align, surrender, and trust. Put yourself in alignment with your assignment, what it is that you are supposed to be doing right now. Doing that check-in, surrendering to the process, allowing things to fall as they may without trying to hold on to things. And again, trusting. Yes, accurate barometer of truth. So you were gauging, you're able to do a checks and balance properly and not from a hurt space, not from a hurt place, not from your past, like actually being able to trustfully gauge where it is that you were at. We got pivot. Sometimes when things are falling into place after trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How could you pivot even just a little bit? What is not working when it comes to the going to the nutritionist? In what way can you pivot just a little bit? Hell, it said organic foods already. In what way can you pivot? You don't have to give everything up overnight. Like, I mean, how does the saying go? You don't eat the fruit the same day that you plant the seed, right? So it's those little quantum leaps that bring about that change, right? That bring about that change. So in what ways can you pivot just a smidgen? In what ways can you pivot just a smidgen to ensure that you are in alignment with what it is you're supposed to be doing? Detach. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. That's something to take to your altar. That's something to take to your spirit guides. When it comes to your family, it can be challenging to let go because a lot of us are holding on because of comfort, because of fear. Well, I'm not going to have anybody to help me or do this, or spirit, God, the universe is not going to just throw you out there with nothing. In most cases, when we are thrown out there and we see it as being nothing, we aren't able to see anything. Is because we're living our life through victimize. So at this point in time, it is calling for, again, detaching from those things. Don't try to fit in. You were born to stand out. Release the notion that in order to be loved, in order to be worthy, to be cared for, to be taken care of, to feel this sense of accomplishment. Release the attachment that you have to all of those things because it is hindering your growth. Detach from all of those people because it is hindering your growth. Detach from that job if you have to because it is hindering your growth. You don't want to continue to restrict the flow. We want everything flowing easily and effortlessly. We don't want no bottleneck happen. I learned that from working in fast food. Bottleneck is when, like stuff gets crammed, jammed. Stuff isn't flowing properly. Don't be the ocean that got a bunch of garbage and trash in it, and it's affecting the livelihood of everything because of the trash that is there. Consider the trash to be the attachments. Consider the trash to be the inability to pivot. Consider the trash to be the inability to check in with thyself, always searching outside of thyself. Consider the trash to be those eating habits that are stopping you from vibing high, being your best self, right? What do we have in the tarot? Mm. Earlier, I said that it was the balance, and everyone's scales was being balanced, right? Yeah. Everyone's scales was being balanced, and everyone's scales were being tipped at this point because we're in the season of fall, and certain things have to fall off, right? She's sitting here. I got the Seven of Wands. That's the fire energy, right? But in the Seven of Wands, look how she's. First of all, it's giving boss bitch energy. Look at her standing in her heels. But with the wands, that's that fire energy. You know, fire, it gives impulsive, right? It gives headstrong. It gives I'm going for the guts, the glory. And what that seven represents, when it comes to tapping in and checking with oneself, do not be quick to be impulsive to make decisions. Make sure you're really sitting with your shit. And we got the hermit. She came out in reverse. You see, she's stepping away. She's closing up, right? She's closing up. She's getting ready to go into a moment of solitude and to go into go into that moment of reassessing. But you cannot reassess if you're in a go mode, right? I'm really getting a vibe of when it comes with the pivot, the check in, the align, and the changing of the realizing that your happiness, your growth is a choice. And with that, it may not be a moment to go into full seclusion, but do make sure that you are gathered around beings who are on the same wavelength, who are on the same frequency. And then we got Temperance here. She came up in the upside down as well. That taps into again the scales being unbalanced. So getting to a space of figuring out what is balance for you now. Now that certain things are falling down by the wayside, right? Now that certain things are you are detaching, now that you are making the shifts, now that you are making the changes, how do you bring balance back to yourself? Feeling out of sorts, coming back from feeling out of sorts. We got the Three of Cups. Hey, we got a lot of upside down reversals. Okay, Three of Cups. We know that normally represents where's the miscommunication at? What is not being fully processed? What is not being fully communicated? Right? And upright, she signifies coming together, communications, triangles, completions of sorts. Right? But in the upright, we're leaving some things behind. We're letting some things go. I just heard it could be drinking, partying, turning up. The star in reverse. You see, again, you cannot shine and be. You got the star, and she talking about the sun. I'm not a sunrise. I am the fucking sun. In what ways are you not allowing yourself to shine? In what ways are you not allowing yourself to thrive? What are the things that need to be released? Things are not falling apart, they're falling into place. Things are not falling apart, they're falling into place. Your family, your household dynamic could be a little chaotic. It could be a little rocky. Even if it's not within your family, it could be within yourself, within your being, right? But just know that again, things are not the reason why there's I just heard from the movie Five Heartbeats. He said you can't serve two masters. So you gotta pick a side. What are you choosing? On the card it says, I choose to be happy. Happiness is a choice. What are you choosing? This lover's card came out in the upright, in the upside down. So in what ways are you not being there, showing love, showing affection? In what ways are you scatterbrained? In what ways are you not confident? In what ways are you self-loathing? The confidence from the sun and realizing that you are not the sunrise, right? That confidence is going to stem from you doing a little bit more internal work to get yourself balanced. Bring yourself back to yourself, but not just going back to be around people who are not serving you anymore, right? Creating those long lasting relationships that are going to get you to your next cycle, your next space and place in life. Ensure that you are not overindulging. The self-healing, right? The healing from the temperance and reverse is going to come from those foods. They're going to come from you consulting your team, bringing that love back to self, realizing that you are the star, realizing that you do have the power, but realizing that you need to pivot just a little bit. Change is not going to happen overnight, right? It's not. Getting back to thyself. How do you plan on getting back to yourself? Always remember that you may be alone, but you are never lonely. I just heard that if you're not going through anything like strenuous or major with your family, consider those friends that you considered family, right? It's okay to look at stuff from hindsight and to see how to navigate and how to move forward and how to move past. So put yourself in a position to align with what it is that you are calling in. We're going to take a couple more cards. A couple more that definitely came out. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Your wheels cannot get to spinning if you are not applying pressure. Or they're going to be spinning out of control if you are not mindful. Don't be in that Seven of Wands energy. Sit with yourself. Before you go, and hop on and decide you want to take, some action, ensure that you've consulted with your team, with yourself, before you find yourself in that tower moment for real, right? Make sure you're reassessing. You're not just charging out there, and you're handling the stuff that you need to handle and take care of with confidence, great confidence. The Two of Cups. Balance is being had, balance is being restored. Balance is already here. Again, I mentioned earlier, it just takes a moment for our physical to catch up with our spiritual. But it's already here. You just got to be like the Knight of Wands. Come with that fresh, new energy. Come with that fresh, new energy. Charge forward. After you got all of this stuff under control. But it's not about having it all under control. It's those little bitty quantum leaps. Right? Those little bitty quantum leaps. Let me read this one just to verify. Verse meaning of the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune indicates a phase of bad luck and a lack of control. It suggests resistance to change and the struggle to break negative cycles. This card warns of a challenging period where external forces, what did I just say? That tower moment. You got to come out of whatever that is. That isolation mode of hermit, right? That going into that SIDS. Remove yourself from being on that frequency, on that wavelength. Put your space in the balance of having those emotions intact. Detach from all things that are having you all over the place. What does it say? Check in when you think about whatever it is you're pondering. Take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier? Excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance. It's always helpful. This being in the reverse is a point of you doing too much. Bringing it back to yourself. Check in with yourself. Don't go into SIDS. Don't go into that depressive hermit mode. Go into the hermit mode that is going to propel you forward for your next season. Again, sometimes you got to follow nature. A lot of us don't know how to follow nature, right? But think of the nature. We're coming up on the winter season. This is going to be a great time to bring that into yourself and do that inner work on yourself. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this reading. This is me stepping outside of my comfort zone, right? Being more on the camera. And with that, we're going to do one last card to close out the energy. Where my baby's at? Here go my baby. Say where my baby's at. So, a card to go. I'm not. Am I gonna do all three? Because three then popped out on that ass. 42. Aizan. Aizan. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but her card is miracles. We talked about quantum leaping. We talked about pivoting just a little bit. We talked about going into a healthy hermit mode. We talked about charging force. Miracles happen every day, B. Miracles happen every night. How are you creating space for the miracles, or how are you paying attention to the miracles that are happening for you in your life? In order to get to that balance or to really shine like the sun that you are, you have to realize that you having the opportunities that you have is a miracle. Period. Radical rebirth in this fall season. She is giving brand newness. You see that? Radical rebirth. There's a new you waiting to emerge. But you have to be the one to do the work to get yourself to that space. 5, change. Queen Ya Asentewa, level up. All of this goes hand in hand. In order for you to get to that new space, in order for you to be that sun, there has to be a cleansing. Peel back the layers. I want to shine now, bright as the sun. You're coming into newness. It's going to hurt. It's going to shake some shit up, but you have the ability to do it. You were born for this. Just remember, you don't have to change everything overnight. Now, if that's what you want to do, then go for it. But I don't see the trees rushing to drop their leaves. Okay? With that being said, I love you all. Whoever watched to the end, because the girl almost hit an hour, I appreciate you. Thank you.